let us all get ready to engage as the people and decide the destiny of this country by choosing to eliminate the current regime, by choosing to destroy the neo-colonial state that is responsible for all the things we have. Amid all the chaos we have, we are seeing that we are setting up military bases and whatever we have become, I don't know, non-allied members of the non-NATO allies of the US, we have become all these other things. These things don't benefit us. They're not our interest. Let Kenya come first. And Kenya can only come first when we are voters, when we are armed with voters' cards, and we take our time to understand the issues and we just make decisions that are for our own good. The solution is political. We must organize politically with votes. When you talk of we the people, in Article 1, my reading of that constitution is not just any idler. We the people are those people who gave us the constitution. How did they do it? Through a referendum. How did they participate in the referendum? They were registered voters, and they went out and voted. These are the same people who can change the constitution. These are the same people who can delegate power. You can't delegate power if you are not a voter, because even for the judges who end up being appointed, the politicians play a big role in it. The budgets, the politicians allocate these budgets and not have you. So when we say we the people, we are basically saying we voters are sovereign. We voters have said we are going to give some of our power to these institutions, the three arms of government. We voters can do this and that. So when you talk of we the people, we must not think just because you have got a Kenyan ID, you are the people who are talking about having that power. You must be a voter. You must be able to choose who becomes president in this country, who becomes MCA in this country, who becomes governor in this country, who becomes member of parliament. You must be able to do that for you to be with the people. And ultimately, should there need to be to change, should a threat arise that somebody wants to change the constitution, and they came up with a referendum, you must be able to participate in that referendum. That's when you are the people. And so, going forward, we must breathe life into Article 1 and breathe that life in its abundance. Let us all get registered. Let us all get ready to engage as the people and decide the destiny of this country by choosing to eliminate the current regime, by choosing to destroy the neo-colonial state that is responsible for all the things we have. Amid all the chaos we have, we are seeing that we are setting up military bases and whatever we have become, I don't know, non-allied members of the non-NATO allies of the US, we have become all these other things. These things don't benefit us. They're not our interest. Let Kenya come first. And Kenya can only come first when we are voters, when we are armed with voters' cards, and we take our time to understand the issues and we just make decisions that are for our own good. You have looked at the question of you have listened to Dr. Njoya, a person I've worked with him in the past on CBC and stuff. We did a public interest litigation with her, argued it to the end. Then conveniently the judge does what? The judge goes on retirement with the file and everything. So I have not gotten a judgment 2 years down the line. This is a Kenya we're living in, this is a colonial state. So I think that, as CJ rightly observed, this is a political contest. It's a political contest that began when the white men landed on the shores of Africa, took slaves, colonized us, and then morphed into got allies, whom Chief Justice referred to as house niggers, to run the plantations for them. And Kenya is not a plantation. We have a national anthem, it should not be a plantation. We have a constitution, it's not supposed to be a plantation. We have got the name Republic of Kenya. It cannot be a plantation. And I think some people, those who gave us the national anthem, those who struggled for the constitution, those who fought for the mama who fought and got betrayed, all these betrayals that have been happening all along have been the weapon that the enemy has been using. So let us arm ourselves, let us educate ourselves, let us fight them off. Let us be the Messiah we wish to see. Each one of us, be that Messiah you think Kenya needs. And let us together take this country back. Let us together keep Kenya a republic. In the words of Benjamin Franklin, when the Americans were getting their constitution, and they lobbied so hard and they had succeeded, he was asked by some ladies, sometimes they say it's a lady or a group of people, what is it you have given to us? Is it a monarchy or a republic? Benjamin Franklin said, a republic if you can keep it. So a republic is continuous work. Somehow, we got the name Republic of Kenya, but we fail to keep this country a republic. The challenge is on each one of us to arise and using the constitution as our North Star, make Kenya a republic and keep it a republic. We cannot afford to be run like a plantation. We are not a plantation. We cannot afford to be auctioned every now and then. We cannot afford to be denied education. We cannot afford to have our wealth being cutted away every other day. We cannot afford to live in a manner whereby we cannot convert our resources into wealth. Whenever we convert our resources, they benefit somebody else. They don't benefit us. We cannot afford that. So, we the people, and I want to make that we the voters, let all Kenyans who can be voters, be voters. And let us raise that army that they cannot stop. Let us overwhelm them. Let us vote in such a manner that even if they try to rig, the rigging systems will crash and our victory will stand out. So those few remarks, I'm most honored for this express. I wish each one of us a blessed life ahead, a blessed night, and let us continue discussing, let us continue the conversation. And me, I promise that I'm to be inspired by all the people I see struggling against every odd to make ends meet. Those are the people who inspire me. Recently, I got one of my most inspirational moments was when they was Occupy Jomo Kenyatta Airport. And there was that small boy who was marching and was saying, around Nyayo Stadium, Nenda Airport, Museum Muhindi Airport, Nenda Kombo Airport. That idea that small boy can understand that he owns Jomo Kenyatta International Airport and it can go nowhere. That's the revolution we want to see happening. That's the revolution that we must see happen in this country, where people realize this country is theirs. They're not visitors here, and nobody can come here and mess up with them. So thank you very much. May God continue blessing us and bless us abundantly. Thank you.